Hey everybody, Unstable Gamer here, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be jumping into Lord of the Rings Heroes of Middle-earth, and we're going to be taking a look at Glyphs. And I'm super excited about this because Glyphs gives us the ability to tweak our teams a little bit more, adjust stats so that we can go in and challenge the harder content in the game. And I think there's a huge potential here with raids and allowing us to get further down that reward track so we can get more rewards. I think it's going to be pretty cool. So let's go ahead and jump into it. But first, before we do, if you're just now finding this channel and you want to stay up to date with this and other games, consider hitting that subscribe button so you don't miss out. All right, and welcome back. Let's go ahead and jump into this. Glyphs. What are glyphs? You may have seen this in other games where you have gear sets or you socket your gear, your weapons, things like that, in order to get stat buffs. That's essentially what this is. We have 6 slots total. Now, in order to access glyphs, we do need to be player level 25, and the character that you're putting this on needs to be level 25 as well. I think it's important also to call out there is no cost to place a relic, but there is a cost to remove them. So something to keep in mind as you're testing them out. However, it doesn't apply until you're greater than level 1. So I think that's cool. Allows you a little bit of flexibility to try at least a little bit, right? I mean, as you level these glyphs up, they get more and more powerful and they become more of a benefit, but it allows you to mix and match and play around with it a little bit. So you got the different glyphs here. We got different glyph tiers. We got tier 1 and tier 2 right now. And they come in 2 flavors. You have majors and minors. And this is for set bonuses, right? So your majors, you need 4 glyphs in order to activate that set bonus. And minors, you need 2. So basically what this allows you to do is you can have 1 major set and 1 minor set, or you can have 3 minor sets. So something to keep in mind as you are fine-tuning the different characters and ultimately your teams so you can tackle the more difficult content in the game. All right, so if we take a look at set bonuses here, we have Limbus, Last Stand, Vitality, and Withering. You can see the different bonuses here. I think this is cool. On wave start, gain a stamina, and then at the first time each ability is used in a wave, gain stamina. So I think that's pretty cool. Last Stand, in each wave, the first time this character falls below 25% health, gain 100% turn meter. You got 3 stacks of regeneration here that you can gain. You can deal 15% true damage, and it calls out what true damage is down here. So these are your major sets. Remember, you can only have 1 full major set per character. And then your minor sets, that's where you're going to be able to have at 3 or 1 major and 1 minor, because you need at least 2 in order to activate the set bonuses. You got lifesteal, turn meter gain, additional damage here. This character, when this character has taunt or provoke, so either, gain 3% less damage. So it's interesting. I'm curious to see what that percentage is as you level them up, kind of what that looks like. You got armor piercing down here as well. So those are your different glyphs. The stats themselves now, when we take a look at the stats and the bonuses that we get, the primary stats are always going to be these right here. So your health, your damage, your typical stuff. Same with your secondary stats. A lot of typical stuff here. It looks like it's all percent value, which I like, rather than flat value. The only thing that is a flat value is speed. Now, I know that some people are proponents for speed and other people are not, as far as being able to adjust it. I do like the disclaimer here that they provided us with. It's really what they're trying to do is allow a little bit of adjusting within your team. Nothing major, right? Nothing to the point to where you're going to lap other characters because you've stacked on speed so much. So it'll be interesting to see once we get this, what that looks like in game, if they've achieved what they set out to do with speed, or if there's some adjustments that they're going to need to make with that. But these are the different stats. Now, when we take a look at leveling glyphs, a couple things to call out. The primary stat of the glyph is going to be directly impacted by the level of that glyph. Secondary stats are added as you reach additional levels, right? So if we take a look at this, you got up to 10 levels that you can level them up. You got your starting stat. As you increase the level of your glyph, you're going to get stat increases all the way through to 10. When you take a look at secondary stats, you're going to reveal stats all the way up to level 5, and then nothing at 6, and then 7 through 10. Those additional rolls are going to apply to the stats that were already revealed. And then you got some visual changes here between stone and gilded. When you level up your glyphs, it does only require gold up to level 5. Once you get to level 5 and you want to level up further, you're going to be using spells. This is a new resource coming to the game, right? So we have 3 types of spells. We have enchantment, illusion, and we have sorcery. And I think this is cool here to call out. Finally, glyphs have a gear tier requirement, right? So this means if a glyph is level 2, it'll require gear tier 2. Level 3 is going to require gear tier 3, so on and so forth. That's to get the increase to your primary stat. If you have a character's gear tier that is lower than that, you'll still be able to socket it. You just won't get that benefit until you hit that gear tier. So that's going to allow you got to get to maximize the bonus of these glyphs, you're going to need to hit gear tier 10. That's going to take some time. And then finding and managing glyphs here. So you're going to be able to find these glyphs in normal and hard modes, in light and shadow, like we do with any other resource. Glyphs and spells are also going to be rewards for guild raids. They can also be purchased in the supply shop and in the store. There's also a limit to the amount of glyphs that you can carry. The cool thing is that you're going to be able to sell what you don't want. You can get some gold. Another way that you can get a trickle of gold coming in. I don't know what the exchange rate is on that, so we'll see if it's a trickle, a stream, or a waterfall. I don't think it's going to be a waterfall, but just another way to generate a little bit more gold in the game, which I haven't had too many issues with lately. So, so that is glyphs. That's a high-level look at glyphs. I will have a link in the description below that will send you to this so that you can dive a little bit deeper and start kind of figuring out what kind of glyphs make sense for you and your team and what you want to tackle. Again, I think there's a whole lot of potential here to really buff up our teams and going into the raids. I think it's perfect timing. They probably planned that so that we can get further down that reward track and get all those different rewards and unlock Gandalf that much sooner. Super excited about all that. I'm super excited for this. This is supposed to launch sometime this month. We shall see. All right, very curious. What do you think about glyphs coming to the game? Any thoughts? Any team ideas coming to mind? But that's what I had for you. As always, I want to thank you all for taking the time to watch the video. If you liked it, make sure to hit that like button and share your thoughts and questions in the comments section below. Take care, everybody. We'll talk to you next time.